ARush, and also I'm at the University of Miami. I'm a professor of business technology and health informatics. So I basically work with a number of people in the medical school to to help them with technology in different aspects. I'm doing a lot of things with AI now, and my ideas, and also using AI for therapy, almost having your AI buddy with you to do a number of things together where you can't, for instance, Mary, with you, for instance, you can't be with me 24/7, right? So you can almost give scripts and things with
Yeah.
to help me as I go along. And then I'm doing that also for mental health as well. And I do it also for helping integrative medicine, and also for mental health workers and psychiatric, kind of those are the areas I'm working. I have a number of different avenues, but those are one of the areas that fit with you. And I'm thinking it's wonderful somebody like you that's young to think about, that is more open to, sensors and a number of things. You grow up with it, where I have to convince other people they don't want to even hear it, They think
Oh,
that
I
it's
know.
they think it's going to take away your job, and I said just the opposite, you know, makes your job better. So those are areas in which I am working with. So what I do is that I was on HRT for a number of years, and because I didn't want to, my mother's side of her family, they all had severe osteoporosis, and I didn't want to do that. So with my gynecologist, I went for the smallest amount of HRT, and then 3 years ago, I was discovered that I had invasive lobular carcinoma on my breast, and then what I was really upset with was not even my breast cancer, but they said the cure is, besides cutting it out, is that you're going to have to be on anti-hormones. And I said, are you crazy? Is that, I've been doing everything for that. And I've hated every minute of it. And I think it was because my bones were like 2 standard deviations above my age group. Everybody around me had, hip place replacements, this knee thing, that. I was just perfect on that, did a lot of dancing and so forth. Once I got on that, I felt like I aged. I was like 95, and doing it. So I basically did a lot of research, became an oncologist in training. I said, there's got to be something better. And then I've switched a number of drugs, and finally one drug made my enzymes go up so quickly. I had to get off of that. We did basically, and then when they do scans, they find other stuff that you don't even know you have. So my main thing is, I've basically have said, yes, I'll take this, but I'm only taking it every other day, the anti-hormone drugs. And what I want from you, and then I get a lot of joint pain, which I never had before. I get like hot flashes, which I never had before. And I'm miserable with it. So what I wanted to do was to get into more exercise. Also, one of the things they say is exercise and losing weight helps. And I'm about, you know, it's not being as active as I once was. I'm trying now to also lose some weight, also be stronger. So that's kind of like, and so I needed kind of a way in which I thought, hey, I'll get kind of a refresher with somebody. And I asked about to it, and then they kept on saying, well, this person left, that person left. So it took a while till I heard from somebody.
We
But
were
that's what,
carrying yourself for a long time.
what?
We still are, but we're getting up there.
I know, but anyway, so that's it. So I wanted to maybe explore other things, that maybe some apps or something like that, or some kind
Of
of,
course.
that we
That's
can
what
use.
I'm here.
So what we can work together in
Yes.
sort of, almost in ways with that, so it can kind of be my research interest as well. Might as well. I always like
So,
reusability, So
so I'm gonna go through a series of questions to ask you, and then we're gonna go over plans, things that I feel comfortable with you doing,
Yeah.
different programs we have. There's a lot of options.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Do you ever, by the way, do you ever come to Lennar, the Coral Gables campus, or anyone there?
so we don't have an exercise physiologist there,
Oh,
unfortunately. The
yeah.
closest one is downtown.
I
I'm at
know.
downtown right now, and then I'm moving up to Solomon.
And you what?
But
I didn't hear the
I do
last
know
part.
there's classes offered at the moment.
What did you say?
I said I do know there's classes that are offered at Lenore. I think specifically yoga right now.
Really? I didn't know that. They're at Lennar itself?
Yes.
Okay. But that's it? Yoga?
I think right now we're trying to get more classes, and hopefully we'll reach that part.
Okay.
But we're trying to grow as quick as possible.
Okay. But they,
Trust us.
okay. So, okay. Good. I
Okay.
wouldn't even mind one time to come down to you. You know what I mean? Physically to see.
It's depending the day. It's not bad. It's not as bad as people think.
Yeah, well, if I take the train, I live right next to UM, so if I take the train, it's pretty good.
So I'm going to go through a series of questions to ask you to get to know what your current routine is,
Yeah.
And symptoms, things like that. So first and foremost, there's two forms of exercise. There's cardio or aerobic, and then there's resistance training or strength training.
Yeah.
So aerobic and cardio is good for heart health, cardiovascular, all of that. What is the amount of frequency / days per week / distance time per day? I want to know how much you walk or run or jog or anything.
Okay. So I do it every day, at least half hour. I usually quick walking, and I teach online now, so I try to sit less, on that. What I could use is I used to do strength training. I don't, so I have to start with that. So we're starting with 0 and that.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
So you already answered that for me.
Right.
So you're already hitting 270 minutes a week.
Yeah. Probably more, but at least, you know what I mean? I make sure.
Yeah.
Like even before this call, I tried to go outside because you know how it's raining in the afternoons now. So now I'm kind of.
Every day I sit in here. I'm like, oh, it's so nice at lunchtime when I come in, and it's just downpouring.
I know.
Which I guess it could be nice.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways.
Do you experience any type of pain when you're at rest or when you're sitting down? And if so, 1 out of 10, where does that fall on that scale?
That it's low. I don't feel it, but I'll tell you when I do feel it is when I take those pills. I get, especially at night when I lay down, I'll get pains in my different parts of my joints. Like sometimes it'll start in my foot, and then I don't know what it is. It's sort of like the nerves kind of travel, so it'll go from my foot to my ankle to the other leg to cramping, and those. And what I'm doing now for it is I get ice packs. And even with the ice packs, sometimes what I do, it's not even at that spot. Sometimes I'll even put it on my head. And I think just transferring that pain or something in your brain to move to another part, it eases sometimes not. So I'm getting more of the joint pains.
And does the joint pain go up with walking, or does it stay the same?
Probably the same. It's at nighttime.
Like around, you said low, so I'm assuming like a 2 out of
10? When I don't have those cramping. Yeah, when I don't have those cramping, and when I was, just so you'll know, Mary, when I switched to my last inhibitor, it was better, but then I did my blood tests, and my liver enzymes went from 20 to 150. So I decided, my physician, my oncologist said it had nothing to do with the pill, and I said, that doesn't even make any sense because the only thing I've changed is the pill. So I took myself off of it for 45 days and then redid the blood work, and my blood work went down. And during that time, I went to California and I hiked through everywhere. And my brother, I hadn't seen him in a long time. He says, "Are you feeling okay?" And it was like, I forgot that I had those pains. You know, I said, "Why are you asking me?" You know. So
okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. So anyway, but I'm just saying, through the pills, I'm getting like more joint pains and things like that. But with walking, I can walk. You know, I have no problems in walk. You know, if I'm not.
Yeah. How about fatigue? So same question.
I have fatigue.
At best, 1 out of 10. Where does that fall?
In the afternoon or early evening, I'll get fatigue. Quite a bit.
1 out of 10 on a scale.
I'd say around 8.
And then when you're walking, does it go down or up from there?
Well, I walk. I don't walk in those time frames, so I can't answer that. But
do you experience any type of neuropathy? So
no.
Pins and needles, tingling?
Oh, so maybe tingling a little bit if I'm sitting at a certain point. You know.
Does it cause you to drop anything or trip or anything like that?
No, not so far.
Okay. Okay, so now we're going to go into our goals and recommendations. So this is where I kind of talk a lot.
Okay.
So
can you record this or no?
No, not this one. But this is all being traded. So
okay.
Okay.
So I'll get it, the result.
Yes. So our first and foremost priority is to discuss how physical activity plays a role in reduced reoccurrence. It helps reduce it by a landslide. I was working with the Crane Lab last year, which is the research. And all of the studies are pointing towards the more exercise, the less chance of reoccurrence.
Yeah, I've read that too, those studies. Yeah.
So it helps a lot with the fatigue, helps with certain pain management, helps with mental health, helps with cardiovascular health. It reduces your chances of future diseases by a landslide.
Right. I've read those studies too. Yeah.
And now with that, our goal is to also avoid being inactive. Right. So I tell people, if you find yourself, like you said, you're working from home, sitting down a lot, working, I tell them, go up, get a glass of water. Go up, take a lap around the house.
Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. I don't sit there. I'm really conscious of me sitting. The only time I do sit is when I have my classes, and sometimes even I'll have my classes
10-minute breaks, like go out, they'll come back.
Right. Sometimes even I'll stand while I'm teaching.
Exactly. So that's one of the goals there. This third thing is with exercise. So now we're going over how much time and what are requirements or recommendations. So 150 minutes is where we like to see people in that aerobic cardio area. You're at 270, so you're doing great with that. Now, with resistance training.
Yeah, with the resistance, I do very little.
So we want to add 2 to 3 days of resistance training on top of what you're walking. So those are two different forms of exercise. You need both. You want the 150 minutes here and the 2 to 3 sessions here. So there will be certain days where you're working out almost an hour, and then there's some days where you're working out like 30 minutes on your walk. So it's very, very, right there. Now,
what do you mean very, very right there? I don't understand.
That my brain is, when it comes to the afternoon, I'll like finish a thought, but my brain keeps going, and so it just says random things.
Okay. So what is very?
Sometimes you just have to ignore it.
Okay. So explain to me, what does that mean? What are you trying to say?
So you want to build. So the reason resistance training is important is because of the muscle, and it helps with, like you were saying, osteoporosis, osteopenia, weight bearing exercises. Right. You need that. You cannot incorporate that into your cardiovascular exercise. That's good just for heart health, for how your body functions.
So how is that not for me walking? Why is that not weight bearing?
Because there's no shifting of weight from one side to the next. There's no balance involved. It's very like.
But isn't that giving that? Low. But isn't that walking basically good? That's not considered weight bearing.
No. Weight bearing is a specific type of exercise that.
Okay, so give me an example of what is weight bearing.
Weight bearing would be part of resistance
which is
with bands, with weights, pushing against the bone, not pushing down the bone, not against the bone.
Okay.
With all of that being said, those are the goals and recommendations we have for our patients. Now, for you, what goals do you have coming out of exercise? You did say gain muscle and lose a little bit of weight. Is that something that you want to incorporate in this as well?
Yes.
Is weight loss?
And I don't know what a little bit of weight, but I don't want to lose. They always tell me that I should lose weight. You know, any of the things they said you should lose weight.
So with that now, we have different
and the question is how much should I lose?
So now this goes into a different recommendation for both cardiovascular exercise. So instead of doing 150 minutes, we now bump that up to about 250 to 300. So now it almost doubles. Now you're already at 240.
Yeah.
So I would say.
But how much should I lose? You know what I mean? I never felt that I'm heavier than I've been, but I didn't think I was fat so much. I'm 130, but I'm 139 and I'm 5'3" and a half. So I guess in the BMI
So well, I don't like using BMI. That's
okay, so how can I tell that how much weight I should lose?
So you're honestly not in a bad weight range. I tell people you don't want to lose weight fast. Like you want to make a healthy way of life and make it a habit. With you, you're like a perfect candidate for this. So it wouldn't be how much weight can I lose. It's what kind of lifestyle can I make that's sustainable, that keeps me in a healthy range. So right. Your weight is not in an unhealthy range by any means. Mm-hmm. If anything, maybe a few pounds is okay. Like, yeah. I usually tell people for the next 4 to 5 months how much weight do we want to lose. Let's aim for the next 2 to 3 months. And with that, our goal is to never lose more.
Okay, and does it matter how old I am of how much weight I should be, or no? That doesn't have anything to do. So whatever age I am has nothing to do with how much weight I should have.
No, it's all, especially with society right now is very, you should be this way, you should be this size, you should look this way. Everybody's bodies is genetically built.
Right.
You're going to carry weight differently than your neighbors going to.
Well, now also I can tell you my body has changed immensely with those anti-hormones, that it goes all to my stomach, and I can't even recognize my body, what it looked like before. It all goes, because of the lack of estrogen, it all goes to that stomach area.
And so our recommendation for at least mine for the weight would be 2 to 3 months, maybe lose 8 pounds. We don't want to lose more than a pound a week.
2 to 3 months, lose 8 pounds?
Mm-hmm. Very slow, very steady.
Oh, really? That sounds a lot to me.
It's very safe. It's like 1 pound per week.
Really?
For 2 to 3 months.
Wow. Okay. That's good, but I'm just saying that sounds like a lot of weight loss to me.
You know, it pretty much. Do you also meet with a nutritionist?
I have in the past. Okay. I know nutrition pretty well. I have a very, very healthy diet. The only, I guess, way that I'm not losing weight is I become hungry at night. And like if I take a handful of nuts, I'll take 2 handfuls of nuts, things like that. You know, it's more it's portion control in the evening. Because I teach afternoon, early evening. So after that, you know, and I think it's kind of like that lack of hormone kind of thing that makes
it. With the weight loss, then what we're going to focus on is just strictly the exercise.
Okay, good.
So with that, I want you to bump up from your 270, 240 minutes. I want you to bump it up to 300 minutes.
Okay, so that would be how much every day? About?
That's 330 divided by 7. 40-ish minutes.
Okay. So
40-ish minutes a day.
Okay. And exercise, you mean Right now, I'm just walking fast. Is there something? I was, I used to be a tennis player, and then I'm concerned about my joints and things, so I've stayed away from that. You know, I dance. My husband and I dance a lot. I dance a lot, so that's really good. When there's good music, I'm there. We used to do things like lifts and things like that, but now
Oh.
I don't do that. One is,
Would you
yeah.
would you say you're an experienced lifter with resistance training? Like, what was the last time you did any type of?
I've never done really much.
Okay.
I've never done. Maybe I tried out a couple of things. At one time when I was on that program one time they had it at UM. You were, I don't know, some kind of participatory program where you went to all the weight machines and things like that. But I never continued with it. So my
So
upper body strength and is is weak. And in the
so
beginning, it was don't lift. In the very beginning, it was you shouldn't lift over so many pounds because they took a
that
whole
was
bunch of
another
nodes.
question I had
They
for
took a
you.
bunch of nodes out of me. Mm-hmm.
I did see that you did have a recent procedure. What was that procedure?
I had a procedure to check for my pancreas.
Okay,
So
so it wasn't a surgery or anything.
no, it was a procedure. And as a matter of fact, after you, I'm supposed to see the GI guy to tell me what we're going to do.
Okay.
So they did it exploratory, and now we're going to decide what's the next.
Because I saw the red, it shows up as red on the hand, and if it's surgery or anything like that, we're not allowed to work out for like 6 to 8 weeks afterwards. But
Yeah, but no,
initially,
this was just a thing. I'm going to meet with him, and I think I'm just guessing that he'll say we'll monitor it with a number of scans, my pancreas.
okay.
So I
I'm right now scheduling what our follow up. So this is just the consult. So we're just talking about what we're going to do so
okay,
first. So I already know we are going to meet to exercise.
right.
Do you prefer telehealth or in person?
I would love it if you were near me.
I
Right.
understand.
So, right, but not. So I would like one time to meet with you physically. So that I can get a whole. It's still different that you can kind of correct me and see it. And then once we do that, then we could do telehealth. And you never know. There may be more openings
So
in
I
Lennar.
have, yes. So I have Tuesday the 16th at 1:30 open.
Tuesday, September 16th.
Yes.
Let me just check my calendar. I don't think that's going to be good.
And I also have Thursday at 10:15.
Let me just check my calendar. Hold on. Because next week I think it's really tight with a lot of things. Hold on. Let me go to my calendar. Hold on. So Tuesday the 16th. At what time?
At 1:30 or Thursday at 10:15.
1:30 would be better.
That's good because you'll get in sooner.
What? And how long
That's
is it? How long is the appointment?
Like an hour.
Oh, good. Yeah, so let's do that next Tuesday.
So now what we're going to do.
And I think it's good for you too. So then you can see my body. You know what I mean? My body better.
So I can see it over Zoom too. That's why we do telehealth as well.
Okay.
I'm trained to do both. Like I can see it over camera as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me just change my camera. Hold on. Yeah. Go ahead.
We're gonna follow up in 1 week. Until then, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that 300 minutes of walking.
Okay.
I don't want you to start resistance training without me, especially since we're meeting on Tuesday.
Yeah, good idea. I also have, let me ask you, Mary, my husband used to use it for his back. They have like this bar that you put over a doorway, and people do like
pull-ups.
Pull-ups. Well, he's done something where he put in these sleeves from the door. He hung these sleeves, and he puts his arms in it, and then he just hangs himself. You know,
it's good for back release.
Yeah, that's what he does. He's always my husband's like an inventor, and all the time he can't help himself. You know, he says, what's going to be good? I need to decompress my spine, so he's trying.
I did that a lot. I had a back injury, and we did that a lot. Where I would just hang and just let gravity pull it down.
Right. That's what
it feels good.
Yeah, but that's not going to help. But I feel it in the core when I do it.
If I put, so you're probably tightening up. That's why.
Yeah, and that's, you're right, but that's not good. That's not good.
I mean, it's not good or bad. Like you're bracing your core, which is always good.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a couple options for you, and a couple things that we can do to work together.
Okay.
You don't just have to do one thing.
Right.
There's so many different things to offer.
Right.
So we're already going to meet one.
Right.
Blank. We already have that scheduled.
Yeah.
Our second option is we have a program. I don't know how you feel about classes or group activities.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Sometimes. Yeah.
Okay.
So it depends.
Really good,
go ahead.
We have a really great program called Believe in You. Have you heard of it?
No, never heard of it. Good that you tell me. Believe in You?
Believe in You.
Okay.
I was the head trainer for the Miami one last year.
Okay.
It's a great program.
Okay.
What they do is they train, it's all the survivors, they come together and they train it starts September 17th, so a couple weeks.
Okay.
Or next week.
The day I see you, no?
The day after.
Okay.
I think, yeah.
I see you on the 16th.
A week, yeah.
It's in the evening? When is it?
So the first meeting will be in the evening. I don't know a lot because I'm not in the email thread anymore, but what happens is it'll be like the first initial, like what they're doing, the initial assessment.
Yeah, because I teach on Mondays and Wednesdays. So that's a Wednesday. I don't know what.
So this is only the first one.
Okay.
They always meet on Saturdays.
Oh, Saturday's good. Yeah, okay.
And it's they train you, they put you through a cardio exercise as well as a resistance training exercise.
Oh, that's good.
And that goes on.
And how much does that cost? That part of that's part of like okay.
Yeah. So it starts off in September and it goes all the way until February when the DCC challenge happens. And they train you basically to run the DCC in February.
Wow.
So it's a great program, builds great community. They do different events throughout the year.
And this is for cancer survivors? Is this the idea? And then this is part of UM or it's just generic South Florida?
It's part of UM. It's one of I worked with them last year.
Okay.
So
my goal is to run. And if I don't want to run?
You can walk.
Okay.
They encourage you to run. They want you to see you run, but some people don't want to. Like, you can only tell them to do so much.
Yeah, okay.
It's up to you as well. So I can provide you for the information on that.
Yeah,
and
okay.
It's really rewarding.
Okay, provide it. We'll see, yeah. And that is like that Wednesday is like a get-together, and then they do on Saturdays, they practice on Saturdays. Is that what it is? Or they?
Yes.
And where do they meet?
Online classes.
And where do they meet?
If it's the Miami location, I think they're meeting down in Pinecrest Gardens. Which shouldn't be very far from me. That should be really close actually, because I lived across the campus last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to send you the information on that.
Okay.
So their phone number. I'm going to read it off to you.
Ready? You can't put it in my chart?
Do you have pen and paper?
I'll put it in my phone. So wait, hold on. So.
Or I can email it to you. Do you have an email?
Yeah, email it to me. That'll be good. Email all the information to me. You have my email. drsrush@gmail.com. You see it?
Yeah, I have your email.
Yeah. So where did you go to school, Mary?
I did my undergrad at University of Texas.
Really? At Austin?
Yeah. Loved every second.
Me too. I graduated from UT.
No way.
Yes, way.
So
Way before you were
swim.
born, but yes, it's my favorite place in the world. I was,
Nobody understands.
stands it. That's my favorite. And I've lived everywhere. I've lived in California. I've lived in Europe. I've lived Mideast, and I always tell people my favorite place and people are. It's Austin. Funny, huh?
That's crazy. Not a lot of people from Miami.
I know.
Texas fans.
I know. I know. So, anyways, that's good to know.
No,
So
I swim there for.
Oh, you were in the swim team?
Mm-hmm.
They have such a great facilities of their swimming. Wow. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, and we really used, that's where we did a lot of dancing too, in Austin. Funny. So do you still swim or no?
So that goes to where I did my master's. I did my master's at Miami.
Oh, in Miami, because of the swim?
Well, I grew up down there, and I wanted to be closer to family.
Oh, okay.
To do my last year.
So you did your master's in what?
Physiology.
Okay. They have a good program, I think.
It is. Do you know Biaggioli, Brian Biaggioli?
Who?
Dr. Brian Biaggioli.
Name is familiar, but no.
So that was my professor.
Okay, I know somebody. She graduated. She retired probably a long time ago. What was her name? She used to do all the stuff in physiology. She had short hair. She probably came way before you did. You probably didn't know her. Forgot her name.
Okay, I just sent you the email.
Yeah. Okay. Good. You sent me the email. Okay. Good. We have a lot in common then. Hook 'em horns.
I know. I miss it a lot.
I miss it too. Yeah.
Nobody understands.
No, nobody understands. And it's the atmosphere. It's the people. And you think it's Texas, and it really, we found it by accident. But
I haven't worn my boots since.
Yeah. Right. They had great dance places. Okay.
So your goal until next time we meet, which is next week, is to complete 300 minutes of walking a week.
Okay, so increase the walking. And should I walk faster or the same pace or?
Brisk.
Brisk. Okay, brisk. I have to do brisker. Sometimes, what I am? I'm on my phone, and sometimes I go slower because I'm talking. I use my phone I use my time. I said, well, then I'm gonna, contact this person when they're telling me some news, or gossip. I end up walking slower, I think, because I'm.
Yes. So work the speed then a little bit more.
Yeah. So I'll have to be.
Log those.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to try and log as much as possible, and then when we meet on Tuesday, that's when we'll start the resistance.
Yeah, you'll show me what it is.
We'll go through all of that. You're provided with all the information for Believe in You. Call them, get signed up. It's great, I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other questions for me?
I think when I see you, but that's a great goal because I'm glad that I could do it. I didn't even think I could do it in that 1 to 2 pounds. I think it'll be feeling, and I guess the less weight will do than what? Just put less weight on my joints.
So
what is the goal for all that? Well, I tell you, I'm also pre-diabetes, and that's genetic. And I've been pre-diabetes since I've been very young. And I remain pre-diabetes, and I know exercise, helps, and also weight loss helps with that. And also I have high cholesterol, and I know when I lose weight, it also helps with those numbers too.
Yeah. No, exercise is important.
Yeah.
A lot of things.
Yeah. I think mentally too, everything, yeah.
Oh my gosh, the mental health effects that it has.
Yeah, right.
Yes. So I'm happy that you're ready and wanting to start.
Yeah.
I'm not going to assess you until next week because I have a lot of equipment. I have bands, I have weights from 1 to 10 pounds.
Yeah.
I have medicine balls. So we'll.
Yeah, and I have some of this. When I look in your back there, I have a lot of that stuff that I never, that it was, people had given me, or I don't even know how it's around the house. You know what I mean?
That reminds me, do you own any equipment?
Do I what?
Do you own equipment?
Like what? I have.
Like exercise equipment.
I have one of those balls. I have some of those mats, some rollers. What else do I have? I probably have a lot of those little weights. I probably have around the house.
Do you have bands by any chance?
I have, the only bands I have, I know the bands I have is what I got from my physical therapist. But those are not with handles. Those are, the physical therapy bands. Oh, and another thing that I want is I want to improve my posture. I tend to slouch, or what it is naturally I tend to have my shoulders up, and then I have problems with my and then from the surgery and everything, I have limited neck range. So
I'm already planning.
Yeah, you understand. So that posture for sure, and even Mary, what I do is I like sometimes I have you ever seen what is it, Brad and Bob and Brad? Have you ever seen them physical therapists on YouTube? You should go.
Oh yes, yes.
They are so cute. One got really sick, but anyways, yeah, it was either Bob, the older one, got really sick. He got some kind of neurological kind of thing. But I used to follow them when I first got surgery, in terms of everything. But anyways, I walk. Do you, and then I was seeing at Lennar a great physical therapist, Inez. I don't know if you know her. Yeah, she's fabulous, but she went on maternity leave. So she was fabulous. So she used to work with me, on some. But I walk with my hands sometimes gripped to my back, like clasping my hands. So I'll work with better posture sometimes and doing.
I already have a different exercise.
Good.
Again, I'm gonna do an assessment.
Yeah, but I'm bringing that up that you can think about it. It's my neck. Also, I'm very inflexible. I've always been like a good short distance runner. I haven't. I've never liked long distance runs. The biggest thing was my friend. We did a 5K somewhere. That, like the story. I'm really fast in short distances, and I'm very unflexible in my sister-in-law. Has been a major guru, yoga instructor, and I used to always hate yoga because I'm very competitive, and they used to always say in yoga, don't look at anybody, just inside yourself. And I said, are you kidding me? I'm always competing.
So these sessions are going to be fun. If you're competitive, I can make them suitable for you. Don't worry.
Okay, so I'm very good. Like in tennis, I used to be extremely competitive. I used to yell and stuff. I wasn't very good, but, everybody wanted to be on my team, right? Because I could, I can cheerlead.
We'll make this fun. Don't worry.
Okay, so yeah, and I'll make it fun for you. And then we can look at different things on. You can help me on my way to use kind of like AI assistants and stuff like that I can find out about that. And I think almost that mental kind of area, for mental health. You'd be open to that. Great, it'd be great. We'll have some fun, I think, together.
Yes, 100%. If you come up with any questions from now until Tuesday, write them down so you can review.
Okay, where are you, by the way? Where am I going to meet you?
Downtown.
Okay.
At Snob. It's right off of 14th Street.
Okay, at what building?
Snob.
What's it called?
Snob. SMOB, but it stands for Medical Office Building. Something. Service Medical Office Building. Something like that.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Is it one floor or that's not at Sylvester?
Yes. It is at Sylvester. It's right across the. It's like
right across.
The cancer center is across the courtyard.
Right. They have radiology there too. No. Radiologist. I think I used to see it's like a flat building.
Yes.
One floor. Okay, so they put you there. Okay.
We're right across the. Do you know where the CRB parking lot is on 14th?
Yeah.
We're on the opposite side.
So if I'm going to take the train. I'm going to take the metro line. So once I get off the metro line, I go where? You'll give me the address.
You'll go on the other side of the Sylvester building in that part. Do you know where the jungle area is where people eat?
No. I know the hospital. That hospital across the street. That Tower Hospital. Are you next to there? No.
Let me see if I have this.
But you're across the street from the Sylvester entrance.
Yes.
Not the side of the Sylvester.
Where, yeah, they're doing all that construction work.
Yeah.
It's Sylvester Construction Us.
You're behind that construction.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I know. I saw my my radiologist who did my special radiation. Taquito.
Oh,
she was there. I haven't seen
her. That is everything I have for you on the first session.
Okay.
We kind of really just go over what we're going to do, assess, give you all the information,
okay.
and then wait for questions.
Okay. And then I should, and then I'll just wear my sneakers and
anything comfortable.
Right.
I've had people come in jeans. I've had people come in everything.
Okay. All right. But I just know, and I see. Okay, and I'm going to work in that area where I see behind me, or we go somewhere else?
We have this in
show me this. Yeah, so this is your room?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't give you much, huh? Be happy of what you have. Right.
I have what I need.
Right. That's all you have to, it's all a mindset too, right?
Exactly.
Right. And are you still swimming?
Not anymore. So my last year, that's what I was going to say.
Oh.
My last year, I took that year at Miami and I fractured my back.
That's why you were doing the back thing. Through diving or what?
No, I was just overuse. I was swimming a lot and I was a distance swimmer and so butterfly and I fractured my back. So took a break from swimming. I also I lost the love of swimming during college, so I haven't done that.
Okay, so it's too traumatic for you even.
It is a little bit traumatic.
Yeah, I can see in your face, even when you use the word, when you use the word swimming, it brings like almost trauma. You know what I mean?
When I was in high school, I was unhealthily obsessed with it. Like,
people
do need to go have a life, and I was like, this is my life.
Yeah. Everything has, but you know what? Everything has trade-offs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It does. It brought you some inner strength too that you don't know that you have. Mental inner strength that you don't know that you can overcome. So don't,
Oh, we'll go more in depth on this. Don't you worry. That's why I'm excited for these sessions.
What? Right. It'd be fun. We can encourage each other. But okay, so this is because I was thinking, I also, what about I'm not a good swimmer, but I can breaststroke or something, you know what I mean? And I have access to a pool. The question, that's what I was thinking too, is swimming good or not? If in such a slow pace, and we can talk about it, but I don't know.
We can talk about, as long as you're not in radiation, I'm okay with swimming.
Okay.
Radiation and pool do not go hand in hand.
No, I haven't had radiation for years, so I don't know about that.
So
but
it's an option for cardio, for sure.
Yeah, I just never got enough I guess you need to work on it, right? And
you do. It's one of those things that you're not in the water every day.
And also if you're not that good at it, you know what I mean? You can really. So I was thinking at one time, I have access to the pool, but I used to. My cousin, her mother she swims a mile and a half every day, and she's 96. And
wow.
And not only that, she measures the degrees in the pool. She lives in this assisted living thing, and she's just a trip. So we always laugh at her, another letter to the thing, so we finally told her, what you do, Marguerite, go into the jacuzzi first and then go into the pool so you warm up. But anyways, okay, we'll have fun, I'm sure. Okay, next Tuesday, and then we'll talk about this, that event. I don't know how that will be, but it'd be interesting to go to. Okay, and anybody can do, or you have to be a cancer survivor to go to that group?
People bring their spouses, people bring friends, you can bring anybody.
Okay, all right, so we can see. So I can bring even my spouse. He really needs to lose a few pounds too.
There you go.
See, we got it. All right, ciao, we'll see you. Okay, nice to meet you, a pleasure. It's like we knew each other from Austin, huh?
I'll see you later.
Bye, ciao.